Okay, we're downloading A-Game's formula.
3, 2, 1.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey, how y'all doing? Let me straighten this camera. I be crooked in this camera, okay? Crooked in the camera. How y'all doing? Let me straighten it. And I be calling myself making this adjustment now, man, y'all, before I even start the live stream. Thank you for showing up. I know it was a little bit late. Y'all would not believe how hectic my life has gotten in the new year. How y'all doing? We gonna talk about it today. I'm a bit late, Chloe. I'm more than a bit late. I'm like 30 minutes off my usual time. And this is right after yesterday, and I apologize to y'all and everything. Then showed up even later. No, ma'am. I am not planning a wedding. I am not planning a wedding at all. Thank you, UFO. Give me a second or two here. Running behind. That's what we do around here. Run behind. Okay. Thank you, Dee. So I gave a super chat earlier because I wanted to be first. And you know what? I saw that. So thank you. You was mentioning the LSU thing, said Crimson or Destiny Wilson LSU football saga is getting even crazier. Okay, now before I get started with Mr. Skip Bayless, I looked up Destiny Wilson and it was sketchy, the stuff that I was finding, and it was like, well, this is unfounded and this is a rumor and this and that. And it kept on focusing on the young man. So is that what that story is? The young man, and then he was gonna declare for the NFL, but then it was some kind of sex party involved. And Destiny, she's supposed to have been some type of staff member or something like that. Keith, I have been on CP time. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me, please pray for me. Please keep your girl in your prayers. But we gonna cook today though. It don't matter why we late, it just matter that we here. Okay, yeah, sex party during the SEC football championship, and she was there, I guess, among the other thoughts. Right, okay. Yeah, it kept focusing on Keyshawn, or Kayshawn, or however you say it. Yeah, them destinies, they interesting. I'm gonna tell you, any woman named Destiny or Charity, you understand? Them charities is interesting as well, and hopes, and they be the opposite of the name. Hey, Miss Chantel, how you doing, Miss Chantel? How you doing, sweetie? I missed your show today. I'm gonna have to go over there and hit a replay. I didn't see your show. If you did a show today, I didn't see it. So, okay, so now that's getting me a little closer. Tony said the young man and 3 coaches ran a train on that girl. Oh, you didn't do a show? Oh, okay, that's why I ain't see you. Cause you been cooking. I said, where's Chantel at? Cause you usually pop up in my feed. I hope you feel better, sweetening pie. They ran a train on Destiny. A train I figure she enjoyed. Excuse me. So let's get to Mr. Skip Bayless. Unc is getting mad at Skip. Now, Skip. Come on now, Skip. Skip. Kill me with that. Of course she trying to say it's a grape. That's to get out of it. That's to get out of it. But we ain't gonna talk about that because I don't know enough about that. But we do know enough about Skip. So this is what I want to do. I am going to here's what I want to do. I want to show y'all the tweets that's got everybody. Now, before I show you what's going on, let me catch everybody up because I know that this is not a sports channel, and I know a lot of people, even though I have majority men, there's a lot of people here that do not understand what has gone down. So, Monday night, I do believe, there was a game between the Bills and the Bengals. And the young man, Damar Hamlin, that played for the Bills, I do believe, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't keep up with football anymore. He got tackled and then he collapsed on the field. Okay, he got tackled, he stood up, and then he just collapsed. And they say that the young man had a heart attack on the field, and they had to revive him, and they had to, tend to him right there in the field, and then they took him to the hospital. Now, just about an hour ago, I got an update that he was doing better in the hospital, and he was more coming around. Okay, so that's good news that the young man seems to be doing better. I know that he was in a lot of people's prayers. But now, Skip Bayless decides to tweet 3 very interesting very insensitive tweets that should get him canceled, but for whatever reason he ain't canceled. Oh, he made the tackle. I didn't watch the game. I just saw the aftermath. Freddie Ray said what happened was when the Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins tried to run up the field, Damar tried to tackle him. After Damar tackled him, he stood up, took 2 steps, and then collapsed backwards. Okay. So got you. He's playing defense. Because like I said, I don't keep up with football anymore, so I don't know who do what now. So thank you. So I'm going to share screen with you. So to show you I'm going to show you the tweet. Can y'all see this? I try to make it big so y'all can see the tweet. Now, these are the 3 tweets that Skip is not in trouble over. Now, it's a bunch of people. We're going to go to the Twitter page to read some of the comments. Everybody mad, but that's not really the point of the show. Everybody's angry about it. Okay. He says, I've seen so many horrific injuries suffer on football fields, yet never have I seen a reaction like this. In every other situation I witnessed or covered, the game always went on fairly quickly. The attitude was, hey, that's football. For these players, this was different. So it's real dismissive. It's almost like, why we ain't gonna keep playing? He didn't get his ankle rolled. He ain't tear a ACL. His hand. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead, put on the sideline. You're not necessarily going to stop the game because he got injured. You're going to continue the game and then tend to him. And if his injury, later on, they give you a report on the injury. He was too injured. Now he on injured reserve. Or, he going to be out for a couple of games or whatever the case may be. This idiot right here, and I ain't never just really liked Skip. I'll give my opinion on Skip in a minute. Saying every other situation I witnessed or covered, the game always went on fairly quickly. So he's dismissive of this young man who is having an emergency on the field. Then he says, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome. ... Which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Boy, I don't want to hear that cleanup. I do not want to hear that damage control at the end of that tweet. You meant what you said. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? Meaning, why would you postpone? Not postpone. Not stop. From what I understand, they suspended the game. Yes? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome. Don't nobody care? Which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Damage control. Then he goes on to say, nothing is more important than that young man's health because this done got him smoke. You see how many replies? Hundreds of thousands of replies. Now he getting a bunch of smoke. Now he's talking about nothing is more important than that young man's health. That was the point of my last tweet. No, it wasn't. The point of your last tweet was to talk about the importance of the game over and above that young man's life and whether he lived or not. So now when you start getting smoke from not only fans and stuff like that, but some of your contemporaries was giving you smoke in the comments. Now you come behind it, some more damage control, talking about nothing is more important than that young man's health. Apparently the game was more important. That was the point of my last tweet. No. I'm sorry if that was misunderstood, but his health is all that matters. We didn't misunderstand you, Skip. We didn't misunderstand. We understood you perfectly. That's why you was getting smoke. Again, everything else is irrelevant. I prayed for him and will continue to. But nobody want them little demon prayers. You say them demon prayers. Save them. Put a helmet on. I got a suggestion for you, Skip. Put a helmet on when you pray, because it ain't going to do nothing but hit the ceiling and bounce back, liable to hit you in your head and knock you out. Don't nobody want them demon prayers. Don't nobody want them bouncy ball prayers. Now, I'm going to stop sharing. No, Damar is not passed away. I had seen that kind of floating around and I looked for it. And then there was a ABC News report held about an hour ago posted that he was doing better in the hospital. So he is not passed away as far as I know. And as far as mainstream news has reported, Damar Hamlin is not passed away. Now, what I want to do is show you how Shannon reacted to it. Let me go here. You know what? That's not even important. It's not even important how Shannon reacted to it. Here's what's important. The reason why he got smoke, mostly from black men, and silence from black women. Y'all can speak on everything else, but not this. Thank you, Marriage Politics. See, even sports is real life. Exactly. Thank you for your contribution. I appreciate it. Okay, I'll show you Shannon in a minute, but what I got to do is I got to get to the point of the show, because it's not to report this news on Skip Bayless's tweet. Here's the thing. What the tweet represented and why black men started speaking up in droves and other people started speaking up, and why Shannon was angry with Skip for what he said and why he needed damage control, was because he had dehumanized Damar Hamlin as a black man. See, these black men that play in the NFL, that play in the NBA, are looked at as nothing more than assets. Something that runs the cog and the machine. They'll praise these men as long as these men are playing well, and as long as they are doing what society wants them to do. They're towing the company line. They're towing the team line. They're not stepping out of line. They're not being non-politically correct, things of that nature. As long as these men are doing what they supposed to do according to their employers, then they will be praised. But what this demonstrated when that young man fell out on that field was that black men are not human beings. Black men are not human beings, okay? His life isn't worth much. That is why Skip was talking about why we can't move on the game. They want to postpone the game, but how? Basically, why? It ain't nothing but a Negro done fell out. It ain't nothing but a slave done fell out on the plantation in the field. Step over him and keep picking his cotton. I don't know what you stopping work for. I don't know. The rest of you slave Negroes, I know y'all ain't stopped picking no cotton. I know you didn't stop. What you stop for? If he dice, he dice. That's what the tweet was. If he dice, he dice. I know y'all are not running around here feeling some kind of way that when these slave Negroes done fell out doing what he's supposed to do, he falling out working for us, working himself to exhaustion, working himself to death for us. He got hit. He done fell out on the field. We gon' get him up. And don't nobody supposed to feel nothing. But you are property. Black men's bodies are property under white supremacy. This is where I'm really going. Black men's bodies. It's the same way that was on the plantation. And I'm not just even confining it to sports. This is just serves as a very good real-time analogy of that concept. What black men are to white men, to white society, to the society at large. Black men are the oil that greases the gears. That's what they are. That's all that they are. Thank you, Main Event says Skip is a professional at how the owners and the front office views the game, not the players and fans. White supremacy. Exactly. So we done pick the best slaves to come out there. And like I said, it's not even just about the sports. It's about how he's viewed. See, Skip is an old white man. Let's understand that. Skip Bayless is an old white man. What is Skip, in his 70s or something? And Skip have the belief of old white men. Skip has the sentiment of old white men. That's why he didn't have no smoke for Jerry Jones. See, old white men like that, they grew up with white supremacy in their bones. That's all they know. They would love to go back to segregation. They would love to go back to whites onlys and black only signs. They would love to go back to them days. See, they get paid to talk in a politically correct way. But that's not how they really feel. See, Skip be letting it out all the time. And he been getting more and more free with his lip, loose with his lip. But it shouldn't take nobody by surprise how Skip feel and the stuff that he say. You understand? Thank you, John said if it was Tom Brady that got hurt, Skip would have ran down there and personally carried him off the field like Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston. Exactly. See, when Skip openly disrespected Shannon's whole football career to defend Tom Brady in the twilight of his career, you need to go somewhere and sit down and drink some Ensure is what Tom Brady need to do. Thank you, Wayne said, as a black man from Buffalo and living in Buffalo, and I'm media trained, us real black men ain't letting this go. And should not let it go. I wouldn't let it go. If I was your nope, stand on his neck. The other part about it. Black men are here to serve a need. And if he cannot serve that need, everybody just move on. That is the other thing that the tweet that Skip Bayless has said to everybody. Black men are only here to serve a need. And if he cannot serve that need, then everybody can and must move on. That's why he said they postponing the game, but how? He's not, if he's down on that field, not able to play, then he is not worth anything anymore. He was only worth something when he was up tackling folk. If he can't get up and do that job like he getting paid millions of dollars to do, take him on back. Take him on back in the woodshed and get rid of him. We gonna tie this around. Thank you, Travel Dazzle, saying ain't nothing like a woman that can be logical, honest, and friendly. Women like you are winning. We don't mind giving to you. The pot is boiling. Men, stop calling. Stay out them DMs. Exactly. Exactly. And thank you, Travel. Thank you for your contributions. I really appreciate them. The other thing that his tweet says is that it doesn't mean anything once black men don't mean anything once their usefulness has run out. Okay? That's the other reason why the game was supposed to go on. Black men don't mean anything once their usefulness has run out. It's like, oh well, let me tie it to you. Matter of fact, it's a break. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
This is Norn for A-Game TV, and we're at the A-Game 8th Annual Father and Son Day Carnival. Well, let's talk to some of the fathers out here. Well, here comes a grandfather at least. Can you come over and say a couple of words for A-Game?
Dad, can I have this?
Boy, put that down. You want to talk to me? Whoa, this 28-year-old body sure don't work like it used to.
28? You look more like you're 78.
Dad, can I go in there?
I can't afford that.
Can I have this horse?
Oh, you done broke the merry-go-round.
Dad, can I have this?
Come save me down here today. This boy done took all my energy.
Wow, you really should try A-Game. It's an all-natural solution that's going to give you the energy and pep you need to keep up with that young whippersnapper you got there.
Can I have this?
Oh, who's gonna pay for all this? Hey, can y'all take a two-party out-of-state check?
Here, try some. Wow, that really turned you into a super dad.
Yeah, and with all this energy, I'm really about to enjoy my father's time.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another super dad. This is Norin for A-Game TV signing off. Remember, stay on your A-Game.
Y'all gonna cut me a two-party out-of-state check? I don't see no two-party out-of-state checks now. What I gotta do to get y'all a two-party out-of-state check? I gotta get on my A-game. That's what I gotta do. My A-game, my A-game, my A-game. I gotta get on my A-game. I know. I've been off my game, but I'm gonna get back on my A-game. And I need the brothers to get on their A-game with A-game with 21 wonderful herbs. These are top-notch quality herbs. And this doesn't have any like natural ingredients or artificial ingredients or any inactive ingredients also, which is really key. And so what A-Game does for men is it keeps up their overall health, it supports their overall health, and it supports their vitality, their energy, their strength, and their libido. Okay? So I know you want to get on your A-game. It's year 2023, new year, new me. Y'all want to get on your A-game. All you got to do is hit the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com. And don't forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10 so you can have A-game delivered to you ASAP. Let me come back to you guys. Thank you so much, Marriage. So unfortunately, the Black Talking Heads bear some fault for the white supremacy and Miss Andrea on the networks. The initial silence and complicity when the cabal came for Kyrie spoke volumes. That's true too. Thank you, Brandon. So here's my donation to your 2-party out-of-state check. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Brandon. Thank you. Yo, baby, look, yeah, you said your 1-year-old love him some crimson. Oh, that's so cute. Kiss the baby for me, Quincy. That's so cute. Oh, man, that's so cute. I love the baby. Love the kids. Crimson love the kids. Thank you, Antonio. So Shannon has a big heart and perhaps thought Skip was his friend, whereas Skip is an associate that is friendly. Skip keeps showing his tail, and Shannon is now on code with the disrespect over Brady, and now his tweet. Yes. That is true, Antonio. He probably did think, we've been working so long together. We actually formed some type of rapport and camaraderie. See, you can't form no rapport with them. You can't, listen, before I get to it, I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button, bam, bam. You got to, Because we got 347 wonderful people who have hit the like button. Can we get the other, 500 or so people, 600 people to hit the like button for me so we can get on into the algorithm and do our thing, right? Here's the thing. Let me go back over the points. Why Skip is getting smoke. And then we're going to talk about why he's not canceled. And then we're going to tie in why I named it Black Women and Skip Bayless View Black Men the Same. Number one, black men are not human beings. They are human doings. And his life isn't worth much. Black men are here to serve a need, whatever that need may be. And if not, we can and must move on. He doesn't mean anything once his usefulness is run out because the game was supposed to go on. Number 4, Skip is not canceled because of the see, it ain't just because he's white. Let's understand that. Skip isn't not being canceled just because Skip is white. Who wants to know the other reason? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know the other reason behind that. The reason that nobody says. See, everybody know he's getting protection because he's white, but put a 1 in the chat if you want to know the other part that everybody misses. The other part why Skip is not going to be canceled is because of who the target of the tweet was. It was a Negro. A black man. Don't nobody care if he's targeted or not. Now, he would have had to take it down had he talked about, the Jays. He'd have had to take that on down. Had he said something too inflammatory for the Jays, even his whiteness wouldn't have stopped it. Thank you, Travel Dazzle. Said, take a second and pat yourself on the back. You know you good when one hates that he's all caught up with your videos. Keep cooking, Crimson. We always looking for the next one. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's what it is. It's because of who the target of the tweet is. That's why he ain't getting no smoke. He not canceled because of that. That's the difference between him, what he tweeted, and what Kyrie tweeted. See, not only is it a difference between the two because Skip is white and Kyrie is black, it was the target of the tweet. For the same reason Kanye got in trouble. It was the target of the tweet. If they had said that about any other black men, nobody would have said nothing. If Kanye had to put a tweet out about another black man, nobody would have even noticed that tweet. Kyrie did not even offer commentary. He tweeted a link to a documentary that they didn't like. And we're going to talk a little bit about the complicity. Thank you, Randy. The complicity in the media. When black men are under attack, other black men, some other black men, and a whole host of black women are silent when black men are being publicly lynched like that. For no reason. There was no reason for them to get that mad at Kyrie about no link. You don't like the documentary he linked to? Don't watch it. They wasn't even really expecting LeBron to say nothing because LeBron don't really be saying nothing. He be kind of towing the party line a little bit. A lot. And even he was like, why come y'all don't got that same smoke for Jerry Jones that you have for me asking me questions about Kyrie? Then you had Shaq and Charles Barkley and all them cooning it up. Thank you so much, Norin. Thank you, Norin.
Thank you for supporting me on my show, okay? I just wanna thank you for helping me on my show, alright?
Thank you, Norin. I appreciate it. Thank you. Right. Norin, I believe it's a little small from here, but it looked like Norin kind of flexing in the avatar a little bit. You flexing, Norin? Look like it's a little stunting going on in the avatar pictures, a little small. Here's the deal. Black women view black men the same exact way that Skip Bayless demonstrated that white men and white supremacist systems see black men. Black women don't think black men are human. His life isn't worth much to her. How do we know that? Because of the way black women will set a black man up for a fight or for death. She'll do it every time. She'll set him up and walk off. She'll set him up and walk off like she don't know him. Set that man up, he won't know what's going on. Book him for a fight, for a heavyweight match. That man would walk into a situation with these hyenas and he might not come out with his life. He might not come out with his life. Because his life doesn't mean much to her. It don't mean nothing to her. You just get another one. She just get another one. He get deleted off the back of something that she doing and saying. She just get another one. He have to go to jail off the back of something she done said or done. She just get another one. Look at him up and down like, and carry on like he was never there. To black women, black men are there to serve a need. And if he don't serve that need, she just move on. This ties actually into number one. Him serving a need. His life is valuable as long as he's alive to serve her need. As long as he's alive to serve what she wants, then he good, he good. He all right. Once he don't serve that need, next caller, she be on to the next one. Without a care, without stopping, without thinking. It doesn't matter, doesn't mean anything. Why we gotta stop? Why we gotta stop? Why we gotta stop doing what we doing? That ain't nothing but a Negro. This goes into number 3. Once a black man is no longer useful to a black woman or to a white supremacist system, then, listen, he ain't worth nothing. He's only worth what he can do to serve the white supremacist system, the lost value system, the lost cause system. That's all that he's worth. And black women, we understand that that's why they think like that, because they buy into the lost cause and a white supremacist mindset as it concerns black men. This is why she thinks the same way Zaddy thinks about him, because she get her teaching from Zaddy about black men. Her perceptions about black men are from Zaddy. Not her own lived experience, not nothing like that. It's just from Zaddy. His life not much. Once his usefulness is gone, once he can't pay a bill, once he can't pay this, pay that, run her this place, run her that place, do this and do that like a do boy. Once that's done, he ain't doing it no more. He don't want to do it no more, or he can't do it no more. She out of there. Or she getting him out of there. He doesn't mean nothing. The white supremacist power structure view black men the exact same way. Thank you, BS is real. The exact same way. Black men don't do nothing but serve the system, whether he wants to or not, whether it's voluntary or not. See, because the system is not served by black men being productive and valued members of society. It's not served like that. See, black men's worth under the lost value system is only when he's in the lost value system serving this system, this white supremacist power structure. That's the only time he's valuable, is when he's in jail and incarcerated, making money for the state for free. They don't got to pay him. He can do slave labor in a privatized prison. He can let the school to a prison pipeline fail him. Just like the story I did earlier today. That's it. That's all. That was the school to prison pipeline for black boys in real time. Push him on through, whether he passing or not. He'll get that little diploma maybe, but he won't have the knowledge that go with that diploma to do anything. He won't be able to be productive. He won't be able to go forward in his education. He'll be stuck right there. And we know in this society, having a GED or a high school diploma is nothing. Having a bachelor sometime ain't nothing. Functionally illiterate out of high school. But he got to eat, and he got to clothe, and he got to live, and he got to make a way. And he ain't going to be able to get no job no higher than little minimum wage or lower payments. Can't live off that. What is he going to do? He's likely to turn to crime. He's likely to turn to these unsavory things to make ends meet. And that's when they get him. That's when they get him. And then they get to shift the blame and just say it's just black men, that black men are just inherently like this. No other factors go into it. Black men are just inherently criminals. They're inherently undereducated. They don't want to go to school. They lazy, they dusties, they bums. Skip Bayless in this instance and in other instances has represented the white supremacist power structure's mindset on black men. Damar Hamlin was a piece of meat not a human being that was suffering on that field fighting for his life. And the other players should have been able to just remove that and keep going, because they're not human either. They're not supposed to process that they may or may not have been looking at a young man die, playing a game they was just playing. I was just turning up with him. Now you want me to get back in formation. You want somebody else to fill his slot. You want the second string of his position to come in and do them same hits after we just watched that man fall out. And I'm not supposed to think about my mortality on this field? Because I'm just a black buck. And it don't matter if I die entertaining you. And you're justified when they get paid millions of dollars. You don't kiss my soda cracker and my accabacker. That's what it meant to me. That's what I saw when I read Skip's tweets. Y'all still want to see how Shannon reacted? We're going to see how Shannon reacted. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see how Shannon reacted. Or just to see that interchange. Y'all want to see it? Okay. Now I had to grab somebody's that had it whole and not too long. So here we go.
In the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So it struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
He couldn't even let Shannon finish. I ain't gonna take it down because I stand by what I said. We see that. We see that, lost cause. We see that. I know you stand back because you got a slave master's mentality. Because you're a colonizer. So I see it. That made me so mad when he said that.
Okay. Well, you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up.
No, I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanations. So clearly,
no, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Thoughts and prayers remain with Damar Hamlin.
That's where the focus should have been, and not on the football game.
So that's what you saw in the first 1 minute 30 seconds or so.
Now that's actually the clip that I saw. I'm gonna fast forward to see if they say more.
Tackles every single day, 100 times. And I'm sure that, a lot of people are going to tune in, but I think not to actually handle this stuff off or come in and be ready to. Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless should have handled this off air.
Let me stop. I'm going to stop sharing. Give me a second. Thank you, Randy, and thank you, Steven. Thank you, guys. It's 2. Thank you. Randy said I had to send another one. Thank you. And thank you so much, Stephen, for the super chats. I really appreciate them. I'm not going to take them down because I stand by what I said. And nobody here had a problem, really. And that's what it was. Thank you, Dusty said, let me add to it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And see, this, I would love to see black men not let that go. Not let that go. Don't let that go. And I don't blame Shannon for showing up because there are other things involved. The contractually bound to show up for shows and, you know, and that kind of thing ties his hands from a legal standpoint of whether or not he needs to show up on that show. So there are different factors as to why I can see Shannon going there. But you can tell that Shannon is angry at Skip, like mad for real. Because I know Shannon ain't over all the stuff Skip said about him and his football career and him being a Hall of Fame. But we see what the colonizer thinks. This is what a colonizer thinks. And black women's minds, by and large, these gynocrats and hyenas, they think like that. They are colonizers in their mind. They don't mind stepping over the bodies of dead black men. They do it anyway. Make a whole organization out of it. It's called Black Lives Matter. Whole organization out of stepping over the bodies of black men who have died, who have been killed, who have been wronged. And nobody bats an eyelash because nobody cares about the lives of black men, except for when it comes to upholding this lost value, lost cause, white supremacist system. Then everybody want to care about the condition of black men. Now you want to care about whether they passport bros or not, or whether black men are participating in their own oppression or not. Because the system can't stand if they don't. The NFL will not play another successful game if all the black men decided not to do it. You'll be looking at I wouldn't want to watch it. I wouldn't watch it. Thank you, John. Said all Skip had to do was say that he didn't know how serious the situation was when he made the tweet. He could have said, I thought his wind was knocked out, but no, I guess he crawls on his belly. He do slide on his belly. And thank you, Dusty said, bound, hands tied to return to the tap show. Thank you so much. Black men, would love the day, and I believe that the day is coming when black men really understand their strength, really understand the strength of their masculinity and the strength of them as men. The system can't stand without you. It really can't. If all the black men in the NFL, starters, second string, bench riders, I don't care who they are, practice squad, I don't care who they are. If all the black men in the NFL just said, you know what, in honor of Damar, we not playing the postseason. That'll be a postseason to go down in the history books in the worst way ever. Because all they gonna do is beg you. Because they can't make no money without you. So they hang the threat over your head that they gonna stop your coin. But you stopping their coin is a much bigger threat. Because they can't boot everybody. If everybody stop, say, you know what? We're postponing. You didn't want to postpone the game? We're gonna postpone the postseason. Ain't nobody playing. You can play them games if you want to. Play it if you want to. And they'll get to scrambling so hard, you think they want their bottom line touched? See, one or two, they'll get rid of you if it's just one or two of you. They'll try to make an example out of you like they did Kyrie. Thank you, Unity, said great Miss Kendra, but you're right. The echo and same sentiments in secret majority of them creatures. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Team Mason Plaza. That Skip said in the video nobody had a problem with his tweet behind the scenes. But in his tweet, he said the owners made him apologize. That means they stay on code. Thank you so much. Thank you for articulating that. Did nobody have a problem? And you know what? They didn't, because they don't make him take it down. If he had got pressure from above him, not the fans, but from above him, to say, hey, you got to take that down, man. Go ahead and take that down. Make whatever statement you got to make, but take that down. He'd had to take it down, or face consequences from the people that can give him consequences. But because it was a black man, nobody cared. Kyrie couldn't share a link without a comment. He didn't even make a comment one way or the other. And Skip can get out here and disrespect an entire human being while he's on the field fighting for his life, while the situation unfolds. Man could have died, and you on Twitter talking about why we postponing the game. Man, if you don't get up out of here, I love my black brothers. I really do. I really, really do. Y'all have way more strength than anything, than anybody ever tell you, than this system has ever said that you have. You have autonomy. You have strength. You have the ability. You have your 4 Ps. You have your leadership. You have all of that. You got all of that. The system falls without you. Just remember that. Just remember that. And I say that with love. I say that with love in my heart to all my brothers. Thank you, Barry. Thank you so much. Can't cancel Kyrie. Kanye done came up missing. Did they ever find Kanye? Nobody want to defend him. Kanye crazy. What if they done did something to Kanye? Thank you, Original Man said, had that been Stephen A. Smith making that post, he would have been forced to apologize. Exactly. My brothers have it. And they've always had it. You've always had it. Thank you again, Travel Dazzle. So I encourage the network to consider letting him go, or we boycott Fox Sports. The fact that he told Shannon that he won't remove and stand by it, exactly. Because he felt empowered by his superiors. Because they all feel the same. Because they all on code. Anyway. I want to thank everybody for showing up, and I want to thank everybody for their generous contributions and your patience with me. I'm going to get back in the groove, y'all. I just got a lot going on in the background, but I'm definitely going to get back on to the groove and, really rock out this year for you guys. Got some awesome talent, and, well, not talent, saw something in the chat that said talent. Have some awesome shows and topics that are lined up. So we definitely gonna cook in 2023, okay? Also, Thank you, Dante. So, ma'am, you are a saint. It's so great to see a sister that shares my reflection and actually sticking up for us. I love you, Pink Book Lessons, Dee Dee, and others like you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all give me the warm and fuzzies. Why y'all do that? Y'all always do that. Y'all always give me warm and fuzzy. I get warm and fuzzy with you guys. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap this up. But I just want to let everybody know that you can go to crimsoncure.com and pick up your copy of the book. We are really close to getting this out. I am waiting on the last of the revisions, and then I can overview it, and then I'll be able to come back with you some certain dates. But we are looking at next week to begin shipping the book out to you guys. But I don't have a specific date yet for that. When I get that date, you'll be the first to hear about it here on the show. So I want everybody to go ahead and go to crimsoncure.com, pick up a copy of this book, and thank everyone that has already picked up a copy and that have had all the patience in the world with me as I deliver to you this awesome revision of this awesome, wonderful work. Thank you. Thank you, AP Pizza. I told my mom if Black people left America, they follow us like Pharaoh did our Hebrew forefathers. Yeah. I agree. And we are still dealing with Black Lives Matter and the petition. So for all of you that want to be part of holding Black Lives Matter accountable, please go ahead and click the link for the petition. That's also in the description box as well. And my mods, if you feel that you can, go ahead and put the link for the book and the link for the petition in the comment section for me. Also, I want to thank everyone for coming through for the generous donations. I really, really appreciate your contributions through Super Chat, through Cash App, and through PayPal. And also, last but certainly not least, I would love to thank my executive team. I love them. I love them so much. I am not able to get none of this done. I would just be bouncing off the walls if it were not for my executive team. So I thank them and I love them sincerely from the bottom of my heart. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.